I think you should wear a tie.
Dad, nobody wears ties to school.
Tie says you're serious. It'll make a good impression. And remember, you're there to study,
to learn, and to make something of myself. I got it.
Almost half of all UNCF students are the first in their family to go to college.
They have some great architecture classes.
Dad, I'm not really interested in architecture.
Well, keep your options open. And remember, no girls until
my work is done.
And I'd make sure that I got my lunch.
Dad, you're not going. I am.
I know.
Listen, we better get going. Don't want to be late the first day in.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're the first to go, you're going for a lot of people. The United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
What happens after a crash doing 30 with no safety belt?
A face-off. You could learn a lot from a dummy.
Hello, I'm Debbie Reynolds. You know me best as an entertainer, but I'm here today to talk to you about something else that I take very seriously. Osteoporosis. I'm at the age where I know I'm at risk, especially since osteoporosis runs in my family. But there's no way that I'm going to let this disease sneak up on me and keep me from doing the things that I love. I found out what I needed to know by having a quick and painless bone density test. It's one of the smartest things I've ever done. The test confirmed that I had low bone density. So now I'm working with my doctor to prevent further bone loss. Osteoporosis does not have to be an inevitable part of age. So find out where you stand. Take that critical first step. Talk to your doctor about your risk for osteoporosis and whether bone density testing is right for you.
Here's the story of a Sergeant Grady who was raising 3 dependents of his own when he met a lovely German lady who brought 3 more along. Then the one day when the sergeant wed the lady, while adopting her 3 kids he had a hunch. So he filed for numbers with Social Security, and that's how he could claim the Grady Bunch.
If your family expands, you need a valid Social Security number or individual taxpayer identification number for all dependents you claim on your tax returns. For more information, contact your unit tax advisor or legal office.
The Grady Bunch, the Grady Bunch. That's the way he could claim the Grady Bunch.
I'm Colonel Roger Locker. In May 1972, I was shot down 45 miles northwest of Hanoi, North Vietnam. As I came down through the trees, I knew the enemy was looking for me. My main concern was to stay concealed and cover my tracks. I was able to find plenty of water to drink. I collected rainwater and tapped into bamboo and banana trees. Food was a problem, but I did find some small fruit and insects on the jungle floor. On the 22nd day, I visually identified American aircraft and made contact with them using my survival radio. I was determined to avoid capture at all costs, but I never expected American forces to come as far into enemy territory as they did to rescue me. The words of Article 2 of the Code of Conduct have a special meaning to me. I will never surrender of my own free will. If in command, I will never surrender the members of my command while they still have the means to resist.
If there's a boat out there and he's stranded, that's us. We're out there, we're doing the job.
Now that's a resume.
Flashback TV presents the show that was nominated for Best Director, Alfred Hitchcock.
That was beautifully put.
Best Male Personality, Alfred Hitchcock.
Excuse me, I need a moment to pull myself together.
Best Series, Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
But I'm Alfred Hitchcock. I am. I can prove it.
Yes, when it comes to really good TV, you'll find it here. Flashback TV's Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
After hearing that, there's nothing more I wish to add.
Some things are worth repeating.
Clarence Ward is a blacksmith. He's been plying his trade for 50 years. During that half-century, he has worn out more than 100 hammers, while the anvil has remained undamaged. There's something else that has withstood the test of time. But like the anvil, the Holy Bible has survived. It can still shape lives today, forging an enduring relationship that will last forever.
When asked why they don't attend church, most individuals are concerned with just what may go on there. These misconceptions have caused many to skip a few services, if not forget church altogether. Well, you won't find a three-ring circus. We are interested in you getting more out of the service than a good long nap. We may occasionally enjoy a potluck supper, but it doesn't take precedence over the people who prepared it. We're real people in a real world serving a real God.
Worship Jesus in a real way at your military chapel.
Is it a pig or a reason to live? Is it bread or a beginning? Is it a hammer or a home? International Orthodox Christian Charities helps people help themselves, teaches job skills, feeds the hungry, schools the children, offers hope. In places where people need the most help, IOCC responds to people in need. For more information on IOCC, call 1-877-803-IOCC.
Time is what we use to measure our lives. Unfortunately, hindsight is often the only way we evaluate just how well we've used it. Our choices are calculated to progress us in what we assume is a positive direction. Only too few of us take the time to figure out just exactly where it is we're progressing. Perhaps if we stop and turn our attention to the source from which time began, we just may find the answer. Don't wait for hindsight. Make time for worship.
Dad, where are you going?
I'm going to play a little golf.
Why?
Because I really like golf.
But why?
Good question. It does take up a lot of time. Maybe I could spend a few more Saturdays doing something with you.
Hey, Dad?
Huh?
When?
Family. Isn't it about time? From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
He maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
He leadeth me beside still waters. He restoreth my soul.
He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Sometimes we disagree, you and me. And even though we come and go, no matter what, we're still a family.
It's not always easy being a family. Everyone has different ideas, different opinions, but if you learn to give a little, you get a whole lot in return.
No matter what, we're still a family.
A message from the Lutheran Church, Missouri Synod, and your friends at Lutheran Hour Ministries.
Remember when you were a child
How you used to talk to God all the time. Whenever those big shadows in your room started looking like something more than just shadows, you close your eyes real tight and pray. And he was always there. Now that you've grown, the shadows haven't disappeared. They've just taken on new forms. But somehow, along the way, you started talking to him less and less. The simple, beautiful truth, though, is that now more than ever, he's still there. Don't you think it's time to talk? Make time for worship.
His body is his temple. This weekend, give his soul a workout. Invite a friend to your house of worship.
It's not how you play the game, it's who you play it with.
Catch the spirit over the land. Open up your heart and give someone your hand. Catch the spirit going around. Show someone you care. You're gonna find your love like shines every time you share your blessing. You know the feeling, it's growing strong, like an ocean tide. It carries us along. The Spirit's alive in everything we do. Reach out in your hand, catch the Spirit too.
The United Methodist Church.
Today, Jay Latham's part-time job will take him into the eye of a hurricane. A part-time job, a full-time experience, and just one of many exciting careers in the Air Force Reserve. Air Force Reserve, above and beyond. Call 1-800-257-1212.
I know why you work late every night. I know it's not because you have to. You just don't want to be here. You think I'm no fun. I must be so boring to you. We used to have a good time. We used to talk. Do you even remember why you married me? Do you even love me anymore? I wonder about that. In fact, I wonder about it all the time.
People often imagine the worst. When you don't tell them you really care. Talk to the ones you love.
When the pressures of the day are over and the last obligation has been met, there comes a time to celebrate the greatest gifts of all. This message was brought to you by Focus on the Family.